Hello. So I'm getting right into my swing again now. This one comes hot on the heels of the other one, um, about modern relationships, which, quite frankly, I just don't understand modern relationships anymore. I'm like, you know, this one is about ghosting. Okay. So I hear a lot of stuff online, when you're scrolling, eternal scroll of doom. And this is one of those that came up in that, about how partnerships and how, men ghost women and women ghost men and men are now just choosing to be single. And I'm like, yeah, I'm right there with you. You can keep your modern relationships. Have- you know what? I'd rather have a traditional one. Um, and by that, I mean treating each other with some kind of human decency instead of, flying off the handle at the least thing and expecting our partner to be God's gift to everybody. And this one, it sparked up this whole thing of um, ghosting. And I'm like, ghosting is not a partnership problem. Ghosting is a human issue. And a lot of these relationship problems seem to be human issues. I've been ghosted by friends, well, people that were supposed to be my friends, who just kind of cut off in the middle of a conversation, texting away. And suddenly they've disappeared for like 2 weeks, a month, 2 months. And I'm like, are you okay? Did you fall over in the middle of that conversation? Did you hit your head? Are you still alive? And I'm like, why do we do this? What is wrong with us? Why is everybody ghosting each other, gaslighting each other? You know, what is wrong with humanity right now? Because we seem to have lost the ability to treat each other with some kind of respect. Your friends and your partners, the people around you are humans and they have feelings. They might not show it, but they have feelings. And I'm not trying to convince myself of this as well, okay? Trying to change my own pattern of communicating with people because we seem to be treating our friends and our relationships as a disposable commodity. And I'm like, I'm not a commodity, I'm a human being. I have feelings. I have thoughts. I'm sensitive. I'm going to cry if you hurt me. I might punch you back as well if you really hurt me. Um, why are we treating each other like this? What is wrong with us? Can we not stop and take like 2 seconds to think about how we're acting and how that's going to affect the other person? If you're in the middle of a conversation, text or otherwise, if you were standing there in front of the person, okay, I know this is unusual that we don't do, this is unheard of nowadays, but when you're actually having a physical conversation in front of someone else and you just suddenly stopped and walked away, I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous, for someone of my generation, grew up in the 70s and 80s, to just stop in the middle of a conversation and walk away, they'd think you were a nutter, you know? I like, you'd be a nutter. I'm like, hello. We were just having a conversation. Are you okay? Should I call an ambulance? And nowadays, we're on the text, and suddenly that person is gone. I had it the other day, and I'm like, what's going on with this? We were arranging to meet up, and I responded to her text, and she's legged it. 2 weeks later, that was the beginning of August, I've just heard back from her. I'm like, are you okay? Have you been in hospital? Was there something wrong? Nothing at all. Not even, I'm really sorry, I had to dash, pick up the conversation. Just, oh yeah, that's no good for me. I can't do that. I'm like, I'm like, maybe I'm going to go be a yogi in the Himalayas because I'm kind of done with humanity. What's going on? Answers on a postcard. Have I landed in another dimension? Am I a nutter? Am I expecting? I'm probably a nutter, by the way, okay? I expecting too much to just have a rational conversation that goes from A to B and we can begin and end it like normal, what I thought was a normal human being? But obviously, I might be slightly on my own in this. Answers on a postcard? I'd be grateful.